Hey you guys, so I was tagged by Bree over at Mommy Brain to do the birth story tag, and I thought it'd be fun, really fun to do it. So I got 3 kids, so bear with me.
I don't know why you're gonna do all 3 of them.
Because they're equally important. Did you just say that?
It's gonna be like forever.
No,
We're gonna be here for like 3 hours.
You talking is gonna make it 3 hours. So...
Whatever, bro.
Okay, so let's see how quickly I can do this. There's a couple of questions here, so here we go. 1, what was your due date? Okay, so for Della, my due date was January 8th, but he was, for Noah, it was December 5th, and for Suhaila, she was due February 10th. Wow, I remembered that. Okay. Okay, 2, what day did you actually give birth? Okay, so Della was born January 2nd, Noah was born December 4th, and Suhaila was born February 2nd. Oh,
Look at you just forgetting the kids' due date, birthdays.
Sure. So yeah.
Terrible. You remember
Della?
when they were due, but not when they're actually born.
No, I do remember. Let me recap that.
Whatever.
Della, January 2nd, Noah, December 4th, and Suhaila, February 2nd. There, I do remember. In the days leading up to your birth, what did you do to prepare, i.e. classes, books, etc.? Let's see. For Della, I took a Lamaze class. For Noah, not much, really, actually. I did a lot of reading and stuff, but I didn't buy any specific books, and that was for all 3 births. More so for Noah than any other one, because that pregnancy was my first pregnancy with gestational diabetes, so I did a lot of reading on that. But other than that, not really much. And then for Suhaila, I used a birthing ball to prepare. And it didn't really do much. But I have really weird circumstances with my labors and whatnot. So, but yeah, that's what I did. A lot of reading for Noah, a Lamaze class for Della. That was opposite, in backwards order. Anyway, and then for Suhaila, I used a birthing ball.
Was it the Lamaze class whenever we started freaking out about The Simpsons?
Yeah. When we came in
The
and started laughing and laughing and unexplainably.
We just took a break. You're like, okay, guys, let's have a break. And then we just start talking about The Simpsons. And then we come back in cracking up and everyone looks at us like we just, went outside and got high or something.
Which we did not do.
No, we don't do that.
We don't do that.
We don't do that.
No, now you're making it seem like we do, by the way.
No, we really don't do that.
And now you're laughing a lot, which is making it look worse.
No, shut up. We really don't do that.
No, that's not our thing. Anyway, yeah, we were just laughing a lot. Which, if you can't tell, that's what we do anyway. Anyway, we're getting off topic. Did you experience any signs that you were going into labor soon? Let's see. Yes, but, okay. My mucus plug, I hate the way that sounds.
This is just disgusting now.
Anyway, I will always lose
Keep
that.
Keep this PG, woman. Come on.
Whatever. I lose mine for every pregnancy. I've lost mine a couple days before. For Della, it was probably 4 or 5 days before, and then for Suhaila and Noah, it was a lot before. Probably a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks before. It was a while. And then, so I don't really go by that, because what happens with me is that I start going into labor and I get these really intense contractions, but nothing happens, and that will last me for about 2 weeks before we finally decide, okay, we need to go for an induction. But those are pretty much my signs: the starting contractions very early and nothing happening to my cervix or anything like that. Rate your pre-birth nervousness on a scale of 1 to 10. 1 being not nervous at all, and 10 being absolutely petrified. I wasn't really nervous for any of my kids. For Della, I swore that labor was going to skip me. It was my weird thought and my weird paranoia, but I wasn't nervous. I just, for some reason, thought it was going to skip me. And ironically enough, my water broke, and then, even though I was getting contractions, I wasn't feeling them, so I was kind of right, I guess. It didn't skip me, but I wasn't feeling it until I had to get it with Pitocin. So I had an augmented labor. But I wasn't really nervous for my experiences with labor and delivery. Maybe I would put it at a 2 or 3, maybe at most a 3. I did have some concerns because of how things were going to be afterwards when I had gestational diabetes for the baby, to see how their sugar levels, where they would be. But I wasn't really nervous for labor and delivery. What were you doing when you went into labor, or your water broke, or you found out you needed a C-section? What was I doing? For Della, I was sleeping when my water broke. For Noah and Suhaila, for Noah, it was a scheduled induction. I reached 39 weeks and 6 days, and rather than waiting for my actual due date, there was really no availability at the hospital that day, so we just went ahead and scheduled the induction for the day before my due date, and it was scheduled. So I got up and I kissed my son goodbye and left him with my grandma, and I went to eat, and it was very scheduled. For Della, I did went to eat. I went to eat before all of them, but
because all they give you are those damn ice chips.
The ice chips, yeah. So I went and ate. And then for Suhaila, that was an emergency induction because my placenta had stopped functioning at 38 weeks, 6 days. We decided to do an emergency induction because she had failed her biophysical profile, and she wasn't breathing and she wasn't moving, and it was unsafe to keep her in any longer. So
you lied real quick.
Why?
Because you said you weren't nervous about any of the births.
I guess
you were nervous. You were so nervous. But we were all nervous.
Well, I was nervous for the baby, but I wasn't nervous about labor and delivery. If that makes sense.
It was that. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not paying attention. I'm sorry.
See. No, I was nervous about what was going to happen to my daughter. I wasn't nervous. I was terrified. If you're going to count it like that, yes, for Suhaila that would be a 10. But I wasn't nervous for labor and delivery.
You've been through it.
Yeah,
before,
I've been through it. I felt very confident. I already knew the type of. I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to get Pitocin. I knew the pain would be intense. I knew that I had my options of epidural or not. I knew the pain management that I was planning to take. So I wasn't nervous about labor and delivery. I was terrified that my little girl, that something was going to happen to her. And I wanted to hurry up and give birth so that things would be safe. But if you're going to calculate it like that, then yes, that was a 10. But for the actual labor and delivery, no, I wasn't nervous. Where was I?
What did you do?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so for Noah, like I said, that was planned and that was scheduled. And like I said, for Della, I was sleeping when my water broke, and then I went and got up, took a shower, and went to eat, and then I went to the hospital. And for Suhaila, as I just said, that was an emergency induction. So, and that day actually was snowing. There was an ice storm.
That was crazy.
Freezing. I went from doctor appointment to doctor appointment, and it was just a rush kind of situation. I went to my doctor's and to the place where we did the ultrasounds to check the baby, and from there I was rushed right to labor and delivery. So it was just everything happened all at once, so to speak. So that's what was that. Describe what a contraction feels like. This is number 7. For me, they go from, they're really back to back. So for me, they feel more like stomach cramps. They just don't stop. They're just never ending. And I can feel sometimes when they'll climax, but it's not something that'll climax like the traditional waves, where you get it small, then it climaxes and it goes back down to being less. It kind of just stays at a steady pain, and they feel like there's no break in between them. It's awful. But that also could be because I've had Pitocin for all of my labors. So, did you deliver at a hospital, birth center, or at home? I delivered at a hospital for all 3 of my births. Did you have this is number 9. Did you have a doctor, a midwife, or was your birth unassisted? I had, for Abdullah, it was a different hospital and a different doctor, just a completely different. So I had an obstetrician that was absolutely horrible. She shouldn't even have a license. Anyway,
terrible.
She was horrible, and the staff there was horrible, and
terrible.
the hospital was horrible, and
terrible.
The nurses were horrible. It was a
terrible.
horrible experience.
They all sucked.
Yeah, it was really bad. Now, this is why for Noah we went to a different doctor. Love them. I can't even speak highly enough of those people. When I went for Noah, there were 3 obstetricians and a midwife. Absolutely wonderful. They are great. The secretaries, all the staff working there, the medical assistants, the nurses, everybody working there is great. And then when I went back for Suhaila to the same place, they had added another doctor. She's also awesome. Actually, she was pregnant around the same time I was. But Anyway, she was awesome. All four of the doctors were awesome, and the midwife is incredible. So yes, love them. I had doctors and a midwife for my care. Oh, and then because I had diabetes, I had a diabetic team over at the hospital, and they were also very awesome. So I cannot complain about any of them. But when it came to actual delivery, I had a doctor for Noah, one of the doctors at
Terrible. No, that was a good hospital.
No, that was a great hospital. She was awesome.
For Noah.
For Noah, yeah.
Yeah.
My doctor was awesome. And then...
the same doctor for Noah and Suhaila.
For Suhaila, I actually got the same doctor again. But for the beginning portion of my labor, when everything was getting started, and for the first half of my labor, I had my midwife there. And she's awesome. And then for the second half, one of the doctors came in, the same one who delivered Noah, and she delivered Suhaila. So she was awesome too. Let's see. What was I? Number 9, that was?
Mm-hmm.
Number 10. Okay, who were your other supporters? I just had my husband for my births, and he was great. I'm someone who kind of just needs people to stay out of my way, and I kind of like to go into myself, be very quiet, breathe, and I don't really like to be bothered when I'm in labor, and he did exactly that. It just didn't bother me. So he was great.
I'm good at that.
Yeah, he just kind of stood out my way, which is what I wanted. I didn't want all the talking and the coaching, and that honestly annoys me. So I like silence. I like very quiet, and just to keep to myself. Occasionally for Suhaila, I asked him to rub my back because I was getting a lot of pain. But eventually I got sick of that and I just told him, don't touch me anymore. And he was excellent with that. What were you really glad you had during your birth? Blankets. For all 3 of them, I was cold, very cold, and so blankets were great. And my epidural, and my husband, because he gave me the exact support that I needed. Before I was in pain, I was all laughing and we were talking, and that was great. But once things got more serious and got more painful, he stood out of my way, which is exactly what I wanted, and he was exactly the support I wanted and needed. So, blankets, my epidural, and my husband. I was super glad for those things. Number 12. What types of pain management did you use? I.e. epidural, hydrotherapy, nitrous oxide.
To actually give you...
I don't know. That sounds horrifying.
Nitrous oxide?
I'm not.
What's that? Is that laughing gas?
I don't... Yeah. In no way am I judging, but that sounds horrifying.
That's weird, right?
I don't know about weird, but it's just something I wouldn't do.
I mean, just imagine someone... pushing the baby out, laughing hysterically. That'd be
it's not
insane.
anything I would do. But again, I'm not judging. I had an epidural. Plenty of women are, don't agree with that. So, but yes, I had an epidural for all 3 of my labors. Initially, I was managing the pain okay. I had Pitocin, so that's intense, and I did a lot of breathing. I'm a very, very quiet person when I'm in labor. My husband can attest to that. I don't scream. I don't make noises. I'm just a lot of breathing. And I keep to myself. And then when it's enough, I will calmly tell my husband, I need the nurse. I need the epidural. I'm not someone who freaks out, or I'm really, really introverted when it comes to being in labor.
Or in any kind of pain.
Or that's just kind of how I am. Or in any kind of pain. I am very, very introverted when it comes to that. I breathe.
Me, on the other hand, I just want to punch things.
No, I breathe through it. Because if I keep myself breathing and relaxed, I can manage it. But once it got to be too much, yes, I did ask for an epidural, and for me it was a godsend because I seem to get to a certain point, so 3 centimeters, and then I won't progress past that. And then once I get the epidural, it goes by very quickly for me, so it relaxes my body. So, and anyway, okay, number 13. In what position did you find yourself the most? On my side. I found that because I had to be hooked up to the monitors for the baby, especially for Suhaila, they needed to monitor her heart and a lot of things for her because of the craziness that was happening. But I found myself being on my side and kind of in fetal position. That worked best. And then I would rock back and forth. And I guess that was pain management too. I would rock side to side during the contractions and breathing. But that was a position that felt best for me, on my side. Did you experience the ring of fire? For my 3rd baby, yes. The first
What the hell is the ring of fire?
Awful, awful pain. For any women watching this who are expecting, and this is your first baby, I'm not gonna lie, it hurts. Really, really bad.
I think that's the consensus, right? I mean,
well, it's not called
who's
Ring.
like?
Hold on a minute, but it's not called Ring of Fire because it's a joy.
But what the hell is the Ring of Fire?
Okay, listen.
Okay. Explain this. I don't know.
The Ring of Fire is like, right when you're pushing.
Don't be so graphic, okay?
When you're about to push the baby out and the head is about to come out, it's that moment before, and you're just completely like stretching, and it burns,
Oh.
it burns, and it hurts.
Okay, that's it. Stop talking about it. Doesn't sound nice at all.
Okay, so yes, for my third baby, I did. For my first son, no, because they overdosed me with the epidural, and so I had to have guided pushing, and I was numb, and it was horrible. I said in the beginning of this video, worst place to have a child ever.
Ever.
For my second, which is Noah, it was I had a light block of the epidural, and what happened was that it happened so quick. I went from 3 centimeters to 10 in under an hour. So
that's what the actual epidural really does for Yelida.
me,
It
yeah.
speeds her up so fast.
Yeah.
After she gets the epidural,
but
that's
when,
it.
they had to turn off the epidural really quick for me to push, but I still had some of the lingering effects because I dilated so quickly, and I was ready to push so quickly that it just worked out that way. I did feel it because I do remember that, and it did hurt. It's not like the epidural, because remember I had a life block, so it's not like I didn't feel anything, but it wasn't as intense as it was for Suhaila, because for Suhaila it took a little bit longer. And so when they turned it off, they had time to turn it off, I was probably around 9 centimeters, and it was already starting to wear off around 8 anyway. So I did feel the Ring of Fire, and I felt every time I dilated, like my pelvic area was just being ripped in half. That was really painful. I don't mean to scare any women, but that's the reality of it.
And she wants a 4th. I don't get it. Like
It's the best thing in the world.
I'm done, man.
Wait, I got lost my place.
That was 12. Was it?
No.
Yeah, man.
No, that was 14.
14. Fine.
Number 15. So number 15. What was the first thing that popped into your head when you first saw your baby? Oh my God, he's here. Oh my God, he's here. Oh my God, she's here. Respectively. And then, almost simultaneously, I did it. Because throughout all my labors, all I kept saying was, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. And nothing's happening. So when I had the babies, oh my God, they're here. I did it. I actually did it. And then, all the fuzzy thoughts were there too and stuff. But it was just, they're here and I did it. What was your baby's length and weight? Okay, so Abdullah was 20 inches and a quarter. And he was 6 pounds and 4 ounces. Noah was 19 and 3/4. And he was 6 pounds 9 ounces. And Suhaila was 19 and 3/4. And she was 6 pounds 11 ounces. I had very tiny babies. I don't make them big, thank God. Okay, so this is number 17. From first true labor contraction until delivery, how long were you in labor for? So I was, let me see. I don't know. Like I said, it's weird for me because I even end up going to the hospital and they tell me, yes, you are in labor. So if you go home and walk, you should be back in a few hours and we can get things, you'll be having this baby. But what ends up happening is that 2 weeks pass and nothing happens. So I'm just going to go from when my water breaks because I don't think that I can count. Well, I guess I can. I don't know. It's very confusing. And even the doctors they put me on monitors to measure, and they can see my contractions extremely strong and every 2 to 3 minutes, very close together, where you would think that they would be affecting my cervix and things would be progressing, but they don't, and it sucks. It's so painful and draining. But so for Della, from when my water broke, that was like at 10 in the morning. It was 20 hours. That was from the time my water broke until he was born. It was 20 hours. That was my longest. For Noah, from the time they broke my water and started the Pitocin, which is pretty much simultaneously, until he was born, that was 4 hours and 21 minutes, actually, to be exact. That was including pushing and everything. It was really short. And then for Suhaila, it was about 6.5 hours. She was a little bit longer than Noah's. My longest by far was Dalla. Okay, number 18. Which was the most challenging for you? Pushing, labor, or recovery? For me, it would be labor because, like I said, it is very long and drawn out because it starts so early and nothing happens and it lasts for about 2 weeks and it sucks. And then finally we have to do Pitocin and then that sucks. And so, yeah, that would be labor for me. What one piece would you give? Hold on. What one piece of advice about birth would you give to a mom to be? Be informed. Be very, very informed. Read and know your choices.
Know your rights.
And know your rights. Absolutely. You stole the words right out of my mouth.
Because doctors will come in there
and try to
pushing things
push
right
things
on
you that you don't want. And that, not all of them. Because I have to say that my second two children, I cannot complain about my medical team.
But you can't lie. We came in there with a birthing plan, ready to go.
I had a birthing plan,
step by step. We went in with that.
Right, so. Because we were informed and we knew our choices.
We weren't going through that first situation ever again. Hell no.
Know your choices. Know your rights. Know as much information. Arm yourself with as much information as possible. Know your rights. And then once you have all of this information and you know your rights and you know what what your choices are and your options, then stand by what you want firmly and have a support system. Even if it's just one person. I had my husband there and that's all I had, but he was my biggest advocate, because when you are in labor and you are giving birth and then you're postpartum, you're not necessarily thinking straight because there's so many hormones that are running through you and so many things you just had a baby. A whole human just came out of you. Whether you had a vaginal delivery or C-section, you just gave birth, and you're gonna need somebody who can advocate for you. And that's what my husband was for me. He was my biggest advocate, and I appreciate that so much. So have a support system, be well informed, know your rights, know your choices, and stand by them, and have someone or certain some people who will help you stand by what you want and be assertive. And I'm not saying be rude or anything, but just, stand up for what you want and make sure that what you want is what happens. That's my best advice for you. 20, I'm not going to do because it's show the first ever picture of you as a new mom. I didn't take pictures when I had my babies. My friend took a picture of me when I first had Noah, and I looked horrible. And I didn't have my scarf, and I had my gown on, and I looked like a total mess. And yeah, I'm just not even comfortable with showing that picture. It was a joyous moment, but that's my moment. So I do have some cute pictures of me and the kids when they're very tiny, but I cannot find them, and they're somewhere in a hard drive somewhere, and if I get around to it, I'll post them one day. But in any case, that's pretty much it. So it was really fun doing this tag. I really enjoyed it, and I tag Veronica from, oh my god, her channel is so long, V Love Stationery, Homeschooling and Thrifting. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. She loves everything. Anyway, she's so awesome though. Anyway, so Veronica, she can, I tag her, and I tag, who else do I tag? Kelly from Insanely Britain. She has 2 boys. And that's all I can think of off the top of my head right now. You guys have to excuse me. And anyone else who wants to do it, of course. And if you're planning to do it, just put it in the comments so I can watch it. And go check a Brie over at Mommy Brain Out. She's awesome too. I like her channel. She's a doula, and which is what eventually I would love to do. But in any case, it was fun doing this, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.
Wait,
what?
We're not done.
Oh.
We're not done yet. Okay. I'm not editing this.
Okay.
Your mess up is going to be on the video.
But I'm sorry, but my brain is totally not there. So what is my mess up?
Our project that we're planning on doing.
I thought we were going to do a separate announcement video.
No, we should do it in this one.
Okay, fine.
Come on.
So there is a little bit of a series that I want to try out with my husband, and I hope you guys will come and partake and not just watch and actually participate in it. So it's called Mommy See, Mommy Do.
I named it.
Yes, he did. So let me give you a little quick recap. For any of you guys that are new and to the channel and haven't seen me before, I'm completely blind. My husband is visually impaired or legally blind, however you want to put it, pretty much the same thing. And we have 3 kids. And so we are parenting as a blind couple. So that being said, and for you guys that watch me already, you guys already knew that. But, so with that being said, we want to do a series where we challenge you guys to do random
household activities.
Just random household activities, random daily things, but blindfolded, so that you guys can get a taste of how I do things. And don't worry, I'm not going to go overboard with a lot of things. Some of them will be a little more challenging than others.
I thought of some real overboard things, but she was like, no, you can't do that. Can't do that.
You know, but I thought it'd be fun for you guys to get to kind of know a little bit of how things go on in my world and, you know, see the adaptive things that I do to how I adapt to doing certain things. So I thought it would be really fun for you guys to participate, and then if you do, just comment and let me know that you did the videos and record yourselves and post the videos of it so I can watch them. And then what I'll do is that every week when I do my new challenge, I will, you know, pick a random person who has done it and
feature them in the video.
Yeah, and feature you guys and
we're broke. We don't got money for prizes as of yet.
No,
so.
But what I can do is just tell. What I can do is, you know, just
we can promote your channel,
and tell, you know, say, hey, this person did this video and go check it out because it's great or whatever. And every week I'll just pick a random person. You just have to comment in the comment section with the video or letting me know that you did the video so that, with your channel, so I can go watch it. And every week I'll pick one person to sort of shout out, I guess. And let you guys and promote whoever has done it. In any case, this is going to be starting
I don't know, soon.
Next week, I'm thinking.
Look, we got kids.
But I'm hoping for next week. I don't want to announce something and then not go through with it. So, in any case, that'll be happening very soon. It is almost certain that it will be next week. And I really, really, really hope you guys enjoy and participate. With that being said, I will see you guys in my next video. Correct? Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay.
Yeah, we're done.
All right. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.